A perfectly engineered system can still fail if it ignores external mandates. Technical superiority cannot override the law. A cryptographic algorithm might be mathematically flawless, but if its deployment violates a jurisdiction's data sovereignty laws, the enterprise faces civil penalties, the loss of operating licenses, or the forced suspension of services. In an enterprise architecture, compliance functions as a continuous, verifiable mechanism for proving adherence to external obligations. Modern organizations operate within a dense, overlapping web of federal laws, industry regulations, and private business contracts. A common operational mistake is treating this web as a flat, equally weighted list of rules. In reality, compliance operates on a strict operational hierarchy, categorized entirely by enforceability. Mastering this hierarchy allows security leaders to translate abstract legal text into concrete technical architecture. Understanding the governance matrix is the only way to design systems that are both technologically sound and legally defensible against enterprise risk. To model this hierarchy, we construct a governance pyramid. We start at the absolute bottom with immovable axioms. Laws are the bedrock of governance, legally enforceable, non-negotiable mandates. Directly above sit regulations, specific rules issued to enforce broader legislation. Both laws and regulations share one defining attribute: they are strictly mandatory. Failure to comply results in state-sanctioned penalties, fines, or legal action. Organizations are forced into this foundation by three external pressure vectors. The first vector is privacy. Strict mandates govern how organizations collect, handle, and protect personally identifiable information. The second vector encompasses industry-specific obligations. Sectors like healthcare, finance, and critical infrastructure face unique regulations tailored to their localized risk profiles. The third vector is generated by private contracts. Business-to-business agreements frequently dictate mandatory security audits, specific encryption levels, and incident reporting constraints. Failing to meet these contractual obligations results in the immediate loss of market access and revenue. These baseline laws, regulations, and external drivers form the non-negotiable operating environment. An engineer cannot design around them; they must design within them. With the base established, we examine the upper tiers of the pyramid. This is how organizations structurally achieve the mandates of the foundation. Standards are established, industry-recognized best practices for specific technologies, processes, or configurations. Standards possess a critical legal nuance. Inherently, they are voluntary. However, a voluntary standard becomes legally enforceable the moment it is written into a vendor contract or compliance regulation. This forms a contractual bridge. Above the standards sit frameworks, architectural blueprints used to organize and structure a comprehensive security program. Unlike the unyielding laws at the base, frameworks are non-mandatory, strategic guides. They provide a common language, allowing executives and engineers to coordinate risk mitigation strategies effectively. While the state dictates the foundation, determining what must be protected, the enterprise chooses standards and frameworks, deciding how to build protection to optimize operational efficiency. The CISSP exam requires mapping highly tested industry mandates directly onto this matrix. The General Data Protection Regulation focuses on EU citizen privacy and explicit consent. Because it is a legal requirement, it locks directly into the mandatory foundation. It carries strict enforcement mechanisms, heavily penalizing organizations that fail to meet mandatory breach notification timelines. Similarly, the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act dictates specific sector constraints for medical data, cementing itself into the same mandatory regulation layer. The Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard focuses on protecting cardholder data environments, slotting into the standards tier. PCI-DSS acts as a mandatory requirement because compliance is enforced strictly through merchant banking contracts. ISO IEC 27001 is the premier international standard for building an information security management system. It provides the structural governance needed to continually measure and improve an organization's security posture. The NIST Cybersecurity Framework acts as a master blueprint for critical infrastructure and enterprise risk. It structures a security program into 5 core functions: identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. Categorizing these mandates within the pyramid provides a structural basis for prioritizing technical controls and justifying resource allocation. Within this matrix, the CISSP professional is not expected to practice law or memorize legal text. Success in this role depends on the ability to translate legal requirements into practical, measurable technical controls. This operational mindset is exactly what the CISSP examination evaluates. The exam rarely tests the rote memorization of statutes. It tests the application of governance principles to organizational scenarios. When evaluating multiple-choice questions, apply a three-part heuristic. First, ask which option definitively supports overall compliance. Second, determine which option maximally reduces organizational risk. Third, evaluate which option aligns technical implementation directly with executive governance requirements. Consistently select the answer that supports business objectives and regulatory defensibility. Avoid answers that prioritize security for security's sake. By treating compliance as a definitive framework, security leaders build operational trust, justify their budgets, and establish legally defensible risk management.